Alright guys, Kremp again, so I hope you're doing well and enjoying your day. So far, gentlemen's agreements have been a big discussion point of the season so far, and it seems that one of the big GAs that the pros have tried to enforce over the last couple of years is now coming to an end after aBeZy made a big claim a couple of days ago that the pros simply weren't responding when it came down to the single tap to sprint drama. Shotzzy now seemingly has said that is out the window. The pros can now do what they want when it comes to the tap to sprint settings in the game. This is probably a good thing overall, but certainly shows that the pros, with their own rules they made up, they simply are not capable of enforcing them. Very much into your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. I would greatly appreciate it. Plenty to get into today. We'll share this clip as well for you guys in a few minutes time from Octane. Just talking about the state of BO6. I would say that this is true in multiple regards. We are wasting such a good year and a good game. This was less true maybe in terms of the way that things were happening way back in Black Ops 3. That year, BO3, you guys know what I think about BO3. I'm not going to say it again if I can avoid it, if I can help myself. But BO3 was great in many ways. The problem that year was there weren't enough events. It was the first year of the Call of Duty World League. They changed the format up. There was lots of online play, but there just wasn't really any major tournaments that year, unfortunately. And it squandered what, I mean, if it was Advanced Warfare in terms of the number of tournaments in Black Ops 3, it would have been the best year of COD ever. But unfortunately, the game didn't, was not lived up to by the quality of the competitive scene that year. It then got better for some years to come. World War II, Black Ops 4, both of those were phenomenal seasons, but on arguably lesser games than BO3. Today, there's a few reasons why BO6 is being wasted, maybe. First of all, the maps aren't good enough. Like, the fundamental game is good, and I think many pros would agree with that. Octane certainly would agree. The maps aren't good, which is a problem. Obviously, the hackers and various other issues in the game that the developers aren't resolving, that's another major problem. But then I also think that what I said about BO3 is still true. The competitive scene around the game isn't as good as it could be. I mean, we're getting, what, a 25-day break for no reason? Like, it does annoy me. I know that it's Christmas and New Year's, but it does annoy me that we've played 2 weekends of COD, and now there's a massive break, far longer than the amount of COD that's been played, before we get COD again. It's like, the players practice every day, and for what? So thankfully, the CDL is back soon, and after this break, there is no more break anywhere near this long from now to the end of the season. But still, the end of the season isn't going to be in, like, June, right? I mean, it should be longer than that. The big problem is that there aren't enough major tournaments. It needs to be at least 5. But I guess at least we have the World Cup now. So that's kind of just my perspective on that one. But Shotzzy's been saying a lot over the last couple of days. A few very entertaining clips to look at here in a second. But also wanted to look at what he had to say, supposedly, on auto tactical sprints, single tap to sprint, double tap to sprint, all of this setting drama that we have seen basically over the last few years in Call of Duty. Again, it's ever since Warzone, Modern Warfare 19 came around, there was talk about auto tac sprints, where all you gotta do is move your left thumbstick forwards and you just go, jetting off into the distance with, tactical sprint immediately activated. Of course, in my opinion, tac sprint shouldn't even exist. I think it should just be, you can walk, you can run, and that's it, basically. I liked it when it was like that. But no, we have all the different settings now, so it is what it is, and I don't think, unfortunately, that is going to change. But the pros over the last few years, some of them were quite adamant that auto tac sprint, certainly, I think that's very cheesy, and I also don't think it's even the best thing to use anyway most of the time, because generally, if you're using auto tac sprints, what if you want to walk, right? What if you can't even do it if you tried? So I don't think that's the best setting. The best setting, I would say, to use is single tap to sprint. If you push forward on your left stick and then you press it down once, then you should double sprint or tac sprint forwards. That's what that setting does, and that's probably how most of you guys play, if you still play the game, and fair play if you do. But that's the setting that I turn on when I play the game, because I think it seems to be a more sensible way to play the game, and because I think it seems to be a more sensible way to play the game. It means my thumb isn't going to fall off, it doesn't destroy my controller, among various other things. I think it's just a sensible setting to have on, in my personal opinion. Now, the pro players would disagree with this assessment. This is a tweet, well, apparently they don't, but some of them do. So it was a big talking point over the last couple of years of the pros needing to use double tap to tactical sprint. So instead of pressing it once on your L3, if you want to call it that, you have to press it twice. twice. Now, this was happening in end of 2023 when all the talk was around the snaking, getting gentlemen's agreemented, and at the same time, the pros also GA'd other things as well. I know that Slasher tweeted this out on the 30th of November 2023, going into last season. ATS single tap vote to GA. We wanted out, Boston wanted out, he was on at the time. OpTic we need 8. I don't know why I said OpTic. I said OpTic because I was reading Fred's tweet. OpTic is out, LAT is out, LAG is out, whatever. So at the time, NY out, Vegas out, etc. And, out from Lamar, FaZe out. So basically every team at the time, Slasher stepped in to do a bit of Slasher World Leaguing, wanted single tap to be banned and auto tactical sprint to be banned as well. This is because the pros, and aBeZy is one example, talking about movement frauds. So the idea being that if you only press the left stick once to tactical sprint, that takes way less skill than having to press it twice. This may be true to some degree, but it's created mass controversy behind the scenes in the pros over the last couple of years when a pro will look at a player's POV and they will say, are they really that quick with their left thumb that they can double tap it and obviously get to tactical sprinting that quickly, or are they using single tap to tac sprint? You guys will, I'm sure, remember when Scrappy, among others, were pretty convinced last season in December time, really, December, January, that Abuzah was using single tap to sprint. And Abuzah said this, I want to make it clear, everyone thinks, I think it's unfair basically, I never use single tap in any games, I didn't say anything about it at first, but it's gone too far now. So, he says he never used it. Now, obviously, there were some players who looked at his POV and they thought, it looks a bit suspicious. But fundamentally, nobody knows whether anyone's using it or not. You can have your suspicions, but the problem is you can't enforce this stuff at all. And the CDL doesn't care because the CDL are like, you can use the settings you want. If the pros want to make their own rules as gentlemen and make a gentleman's agreement not to use something or to use something, they have to be the ones to enforce it. And this is what aBeZy said the other day when we talked about this on Christmas, actually, I think, when he was saying that there are certain pros who are effectively cheating our own rules because he put a question in the chat, or maybe his teammate did, to say, hey, is single tap actually banned? Is it GA'd? Are we using it or not? And nobody said anything. So I think that basically said everything you need to know on whether people were or were not using it, because what's happened, it seems, behind the scenes over the last couple of years is that somebody has turned it on because they think they're not going to get caught, or even if somebody hasn't turned it on and somebody just suspects somebody else is using it and they think, oh, screw it, they're using it, I guess I'll use it as well. And then it's just, a vicious circle, basically, until everyone in the league is using the thing.
Oh, dude, it's so sad because I feel like we're wasting such a good year right now. Like, such a good game. I feel like all the decisions and, like, all the maps and shit, like, the core of the game is so fucking fun, man. But everything else just sucks. Dude, I want more BO4 maps, man. I hope Treyarch, like, hears our cries, dude. I hope they put in, like, frequency or something. I hope they do what they did in Cold War and just dump all of the maps into the game. Because these ones ain't it, cat. These ones ain't it, dude.
Watch your right. Hit two with an edge. One right away. The methods is fuck, dude. No wonder why he retired. Look what he does.
Gotta go.
Bro, this guy's fucking fat. Bottom house. The only plan for me, dude. Guy just keeps first blooding me, bro. Yo, he thinks he's fucking decent. Yo, keep that talk. Keep that talk. Yo, keep that talk. That's where you retired, you fat fuck.
Your in-game is so bad.
I'm not even worried about it.
The only reason I'm taking it out is because Zinni's low-key blooding me every fucking round, dude. Oh my, wow.
Guys, Zinni's getting carried by Kason.
I don't know they're heli right now. Hey, bro, I don't need our side from. Zinni, they're back spawn.
What?
The ways I died, the ways I fucking died is so fucking tilting. No, I promise you, chat. This is like some Mickey Mouse Clubhouse cheese. I promise you. I promise you, don't think Zin's good.
Yeah, these guys are terrible, by the way. These guys are all terrible.
They literally can't. They can't. They can't. Zin thinks he's decent, and Sweetie's using gunfire.
So fast forward to the present day, and as of recording, I can't actually find a clip of this, but it was a big talking point and people were discussing it yesterday that basically Shotzzy on stream had said that now it's allowed. And I think this seemed to be true anyway, because as I say, when aBeZy's coming out and saying, oh, well, nobody's going to say anything about it, Shotzzy's now like, yeah, this is allowed and we can move forward with it. And I honestly really like what Moving22 here says. I don't think I could be any more eloquent with this myself. Well, that's it. The skill gap's gone. How can people time their routes now? They have to push the left stick down only one measly time as opposed to the masterful twice that it used to require. The game is gone. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty funny, really, because the pros have told us for a long time now, oh, well, single tap takes no skill at all. It's double tap to tack sprint. That's where the true skill lies. I don't think we're going to notice any difference, let's be honest, when the game gets back underway. And, you know, as Black Mamba says, people were still using it anyway. You know, this is the point, that there were probably pros using it anyway. That's certainly what aBeZy, among others, suspected. And now everyone's just using it because they can't enforce it. So, look, this is, in my opinion, it's okay. I don't think it changes anything. I think it's actually probably quite sensible. I just am a little bit concerned in what this means, because when this was initially banned, and obviously they got rid of it, we saw Slash's tweet a second ago, that was the same time that snaking was getting banned. And to be fair to the pros, and of course to Zuma, who helped this whole thing happen at the time, the snaking ban has been great for viewers, for players alike, and you know, they've decided not to do that movement where you, behind a head glitch, you go prone, sprint forwards to stand up again, do it repeatedly, the Cellium snaking strategy that of course he made famous for many years. Certainly Cold War, of course, was a pretty controversial season for that one. The point though is, if the pros are now getting to the point where they admit themselves on some level they cannot enforce their own rules, I think it does make me a little concerned for, you know, what might happen to some of these other GAs that are actually good GAs and whether they can actually, you know, maintain them. The thing is though with snaking, you can see if somebody snakes. Actually determining whether somebody is using single tap to sprint is nigh on impossible. But for guys like Shotzzy, it may make some of his movement mechanics even easier. Doesn't mean that some of the other players are going to be able to do what Shotzzy does, but it is going to mean maybe that Shotzi's consistency and some of the other players' consistencies with their movement mechanics are better than what it used to be. Tweet your thoughts on that in the comments section below. But hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, take care, and I'll see you next time.
Oh my god, I'm on mouse and keyboard. Fuck! This is going to be legit proof of why game knowledge over everything, okay? Why are you... I feel like he's walling. And then he did kill that guy! Bro, are you dead ass? I'm looking like Shroud right now. Ah! Dude, he's actually chasing me? Bro, what? Dude, oh my god! Should I run an AR, bro? I can't. Wow. Might be fucking impossible. Is this the chat? Is this how your guys' POV is? Holy fuck, I would lose it. So have I gotten a kill? I feel like I've only gotten one kill. I'm not even trolling. I've only gotten one kill, huh? Yeah. Oh my god, man. This shit is actually annoying, dude. Like, bro, wow. I'm so bad at this shit, dude. It's like kind of concerning. All right. Wow, that was a game for sure.